A rocket has hit a house in a neighborhood northwest of Kabul's airport. The strike has been confirmed by Kabul's police chief. He also said a child died in the explosion. Meanwhile, the U.S. military has confirmed that the U.S. carried out a drone strike in Kabul, targeting multiple suicide bombers intent on attacking the airport. It's not yet clear whether these are two separate incidents. Straight to Kabul now, where I am now joined by journalist Franz Marty. Franz, what more can you tell us about this latest explosion?
As far as I'm aware, there has been like one explosion. Different accounts say that it was either a house or a moving car, allegedly targeting members of the self-declared Islamic State that were said to have planned another attack. A member of this group on a Telegram chat told a source of mine that a house has been hit, so it seems to be confirmed by members of the group themselves. Who exactly was hit is unclear, though.
Franz, just how tense is the situation right now?
I mean, there are like threats that has been for days like this. It should be noted that for Kabul is not something like completely new. Before there were frequent explosions or like terror plots in Kabul. So this is like, no, this doesn't come out of the blue. What has changed is now that, a drone strike inside the city of Kabul against such attackers would be something new. A retired CIA officer tweeted about this, that this might also be an indication that the collaboration with the Taliban doesn't work that well, because otherwise they would rather have like tried to arrest the targets and also interrogate them. So it's more of a last resort that the Americans now pull out, that they earlier would probably have like notified government forces.
We understand that the U.S. and the Taliban have been sharing intelligence in order to prevent another terrorist attack. How does this cooperation work as far as your reporting is telling you?
How exactly it works wasn't disclosed by either side. What U.S. officials did disclose was that they share some intelligence, sanitized intelligence, so redacted one to Taliban checkpoints to look out for certain patterns or certain threats, so that they can like prevent whatever attack others might plan to reach the airport. U.S. officials said that they don't hand out like specific lists, names or so, from people that are cleared or not cleared. So they try to make sure that the Taliban don't learn too much, but enough to be able to hold up threats at checkpoints.
Journalist Franz Marty in Kabul. As always, Franz, many thanks. The last British military flight has left the Afghan capital, Kabul. The United Kingdom says its mission is complete after evacuating 15,000 people in recent weeks. The U.S. is also withdrawing its troops and is warning people to stay away from Kabul Airport due to intelligence reports of another possible terror attack after last week's suicide bombing. Time is running out for Afghans who still want to leave, with the U.S. due to end its operations by Tuesday. I'd like to welcome Lucas Vena. He works for an NGO that supports Afghan staff who assisted the German armed forces in the country. Greetings, Lucas. You're in touch with people who are on the German Foreign Office's departure list, but haven't made it on board of one of the evacuation flights. What are they telling you?
Currently, uncertainty is probably a word which describes best their emotions, uncertain about whether they will be able to leave the country. The Taliban strengthens their power and will take more and more control of authorities, and it's unclear whether they will still give out passports to our local staff, which sometimes still doesn't have a passport yet. And another question is, how will they cross borders to neighboring countries without visas, for instance, to Pakistan, Iran, without having passports? So there's a lot of uncertainty for our local staff.
German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas has promised aid for countries bordering Afghanistan, and he's starting his trip to these countries today. Will money be enough?
It's a good question. Well, we might even have to open our wallets at our NGO to get some people out. We are still working on some of the procedures for that. We are in touch with the German Federal Foreign Office about our procedures. We are working closely together with them, and we hope to find some solutions during the next days.
You must be worried about your colleagues back in Kabul. What can reasonably be done right now to protect them?
Well, not much. We are telling them to stay out in their hideouts, to really protect themselves. We know some of them have already left Kabul, back to hometowns, back to family members of them. We actually currently don't know of any of our local staff still being at Kabul International Airport, so most of them have actually left this area, but are now in hideouts, and we are just staying in touch with them daily. Pretty much every hour we get messages in, and they are asking what should we do, and we can just say, well, be patient. We try to find solutions.
Well, best of luck to you. That's Lucas Wehner with the Sponsorship Network for Afghan Staff of the German Armed Forces. Again, many thanks.
Thank you.